Hello my lovelies, it's Fallon here with my first book tag. So my TBR pile has gotten huge. So I figured, let's do a book tag about a TBR pile. And this is the one that I found. I wasn't tagged because I'm still new with the whole booktube thing, but I would share what is in my TBR and what are my thoughts on these books. So the first question in the book tag is, what book have you just not been able to finish? And I have started this book 3 times and I have not gotten past the 2nd or 3rd chapter each and every time just because it did not hold my attention. And the book is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. And everyone that I ever have talked to has said this book is absolutely amazing. And I have yet to finish it. I don't know what about this book just isn't captivating me at the moment, but yeah, just something about it, I just am not loving the book. I'm not really a huge fan of Nazi Germany set novels either. I've only read a few, but I mean, they're not really my thing, so I guess maybe this is the reason why I'm not loving the novel, but probably gonna be my TBR pile for a long time before I end up just not reading it and giving it away. Next question is, what book have you just not had the time to read? And for me, that is Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. And everyone I have talked to has said Brandon Sanderson is like the best author ever, and I just have the desire to read it also, so I don't know. Haven't the time, haven't had the desire, it's just gonna sit there for a while. It's not very thick, but it's also in a trilogy. It's just, I have to buy the next books. It's so much work. Third question is, what book have you not picked up because it's a sequel? And I don't have a sequel in my pile other than one that I bought like 2 days ago. So I have a 3rd book in a trilogy and I haven't read it because I don't remember what happens in the rest of the trilogy because I haven't read it for so long. And that book is In the Afterlight by Alexandra Bracken. And this book is really, really heavy. I didn't realize that till right now. It's like super heavy. Anyway, yeah, I have the other books behind me right there. And I haven't read them in over a year at this point. So I don't really remember what happens. I don't want to start this 3rd book, this hefty 3rd book, not knowing what's happened in the series. So it's on my to be reread, and then this will be read over the summer pile thing hopefully soon. Question is, what book have you not read yet? Because it is new and I just went book shopping. So I just picked up this book and I feel no shame in not having read this book yet because I literally just picked it up and I'm probably gonna wait a while to read it just because the 2nd book in the series is out. It's a trilogy and I'm kind of wait till the 3rd book in the series comes out and then just buy that. I think that'll be just read all of them at the same time because I like to binge read. And so this book is 8,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray, and this book is beautiful, and so I'm kind of also waiting till I get new bookshelves so that I can display it all pretty, but I really can't with the floating bookshelves. Yeah, my bookshelves are here. My books are in boxes in the basement on display here for my nice ones, the ones that I like the best anyway, and then in the closet on 2 shelves. So I don't want to stick it in the closet. Next question is, what book have you not picked up yet because you've read works by the author before and didn't really like them? And for me, this one was really easy. It's Zeros by Scott Westerfield, Margot Lanigan, and Deborah Biancotti. And I read Scott Westerfield's Uglies series and I liked the first 2 books and then I didn't like the rest of the series. So that's kind of why I haven't read this one. I started it and then I just it kind of died. My love for it just, yeah, I was really excited, super stoked. Just didn't happen. What book have you not picked up yet because you're just not in the mood for it? And if you know me, guys, you know I'm never in the mood for contemporaries. So The Silver Star by Jeanette Walls has been a book I am not in the mood for. It's an adult read, first of all, and second of all, it's contemporary, and it doesn't say magical realism, so it's just not something I'm probably gonna feel for a very long time. But maybe I'll read it when I'm really bored and I haven't bought any new books in a while. But I have lots of books, so I'm just probably not gonna pick this up for a while. Next question is, what book have you not picked up because it is humongous, and this is by far the biggest book that I own. So this is L'Amour d'Arthur by Sir Thomas Malory. And this book is massive. Oh, I love the stories of King Arthur, and it's so big and so heavy. It's a beautiful book, but it is bigger than the Inheritance book. That's the biggest book I think I've ever read in my entire life, so I'm kind of terrified to read this. Also, I know the general stories, so I haven't felt the need to pick it up yet, but I want to read this book really badly, and I've wanted to for a while, so I'm really excited to pick it up, and it has illustrations, so I'm looking forward to that. Question is, which book did you buy based upon the cover, and then it got really bad reviews? And I don't know about the reviews for this book, but I haven't heard anyone talking about it, so I'm gonna say this one counts. And that is Enclave by Anna Guire, and I think this is a trilogy, and I think all the books in the series are out, but I got it for 99 cents, so I'm probably still gonna read it. It's just, I haven't heard anything about it, so I have no idea if it's worth it or not. It seems very Hunger Games-y, I'm guessing simply because it says for fans of the Hunger Games. And I didn't really like those books. Please don't kill me. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's very tiny, so it'll probably be read quickly when I do decide to pick it up. This book is, which book have you not picked up because it is the most intimidating book on your TBR? And this is going to be strange, guys, but it's the Book of Useless Information. Now, I read the Book of Amazing History, which is the green version of this book that still has a picture on the cover, but I just haven't read this yet. I've started. I have gotten to chapter 2, and it's just that each little thing is like its own story about what has happened. And I love books like this. These are things that I absolutely adore. It's just, it took me 2 years to get through the first one, and now I have this one and I have all the other books, and I don't know. I want to reread the Book of Amazing History, and I want to finish this one, so we're just gonna see how that goes. I don't know. Oh, it's also a fat book. This is 700 pages. So, that's my TBR tag, because it's not my TBR pile. I have a massive TBR pile on the floor of my room. Kind of everywhere. It's taking over my life. It doesn't look very bad. Like, it looks like a... It doesn't look very bad. There are stacks of books under there. Also, over there. Those are unread books. Look at that. A right mess when it comes to unread books, but I will finish those, and I will get there. We will get through these books together. If you've read any of these books and you want to tell me how they are, what your thoughts and opinions on them, you can tell me down in the comment section below. If you want to see the things that I regularly do read and finish, you can follow me on Library Thing and Goodreads, which are down in the doobly-doo to my Goodreads and Library Thing accounts. If you want to see what books I'm reading on a daily basis, I have Bookstagram, where I post them under my own name, and so you can check out what books I'm reading of the day, or just what book cover is speaking to me. I am on Bookimino under my own name if you have Bookimino, so you could check me out there. Any books that you think I should be adding to my TBR that I have not talked about yet in my book reviews and other stuff like that, you can go ahead and tell me down in the comment section below, and I will check that out. I'd love to have a discussion with you about any of the books I've talked about anytime at all. My name is Fallon, and as always, you guys are totally awesome, and thank you for spending another glorious sunny day with me.